Magar pici ko aku mayarati, singku zazini sui sasir kakati. Osane gigaru dafte sokini, ani wakayo da somana seini. Osane gigaru dafte sokini, ani wakayo da somana seini.
In our land of plenty, with democracy, with modern technology, with opportunities, with hope for the future, full to overflowing with food, let us not forget Ethiopia, a land of despair. Ethiopia, a land of rich history. It is mentioned in the Bible over 40 times. Presently, wars, drought, and famine have ravaged the country. Ethiopia, a land of rich variety, lowland plains and rugged highlands, barren deserts and lush tropical forests. Ethiopia, the second poorest country in the world. The average income is equivalent to $120 per family. Ethiopia, a land with archaic technology. 90% of the populace is involved in subsistence farming by oxen and unskilled labor, resulting in low crop production, leading to a paltry existence. Ethiopia, a land where the life expectancy is 43. That is 43 years of abject poverty. In the capital city, Addis Ababa, 1.5 million people reside. Less than one-half of them have running water. A great part of the city is slums. Homeless people of all ages live on the streets and ravage garbage bins for food. In the remote areas, there are no hospitals and no clinics. Immunizations are unheard of. There are few roads and no sewer systems. People drink from rivers where they also wash their clothes and where their animals drink as well. Women and children are the most vulnerable sector of society. They are considered unimportant and rarely have an opportunity for education. To provide food for their hungry children, destitute mothers often labor all day cutting wood and carrying backbreaking loads for long distances to sell for a pittance. Most Ethiopian children eat only one meal a day and go to bed hungry. According to UNICEF, among children under 5 years of age, 475,000 die every year. The majority of children who survive join the workforce by age 6 or 7 to work and still be hungry, to toil without hope of anything ever changing. Mrs. Falima, a Seventh-day Adventist pastor's wife, was employed by an international humanitarian organization to find shelter for hundreds of children orphaned by famine and war. In the end, she was able to place a few children, but her heart would not let her abandon others. She rented a house and found temporary grants to care for them. They received adequate nutrition, abundant love, and a knowledge of Jesus Christ. Kind Hearts Child Aid Development Organization was born. Over the years, Kind Hearts has worked in several areas to help individuals become self-sustaining. What are the ways that Kind Hearts help the poor in Ethiopia? The first way Kind Hearts helps is through the education of children. They have started 12 schools in remote villages where there has been no schools. Now, 1,300 children ages 7 through 14 who previously had no access to education are going to school. The second way Kind Hearts helps is adult education programs for parents and young farmers, teaching them to read, write, and do simple arithmetic. This basic education program brought communities together to build village schools from wood, grass, and mud. Thirdly, Kind Hearts helps people of Ethiopia by having nutrition classes for mothers. Often this class provides the first inkling a mother has of her children's nutritional needs. And fourth, Kind Hearts helps in teaching practical skills to teens and adults. They study auto mechanics, embroidery, sewing, massage therapy, and other marketable skills. Not only are the people given training, but many are given $50 to start up a business. A worker comes in and guides them in skills that will make them self-reliant. One family that has been successfully assisted by Kind Hearts is a little girl and her homeless mother who earned her living by carrying marketable goods to and from the open market. The little girl's name is Aster. Aster was about 8 years old when she was hit by a car that left her right leg fractured. It was at this time that Aster's mother came to Kind Hearts. "Please help," her homeless mother pleaded between wails. "A car hit her. Please, can you help?" They took Aster to the hospital in the capital city, Addis Ababa, where she was treated, but the doctors were unable to save her leg. It was amputated from the knee down. Kind Hearts paid for her medical needs and an artificial leg. This was 4 years ago. At present, Aster is happily going to school, attending the 6th grade, and being assisted by Kind Hearts for her educational needs. They helped her mother start a small business baking injera, which is an Ethiopian thin bread. This made her self-sustaining. She lives in a small 2-room house and is very grateful for the hope of a better future. Whether you help a child get an education, help a teen or adult learn a marketable skill, or help parents gain the ability to care for their own families, you will give them hope. In a poem by Dennis Brutus, we are reminded of the need. An eagle glides against a gray-silver autumn sky and sees a vast miasma of greed slowly encompassing our entire planet. He tells of this eagle hearing the shrill wails of the children crying out to unhearing stars. Do we hear the children's wails, or are we deaf to their pleading? Do we try to steal ourselves so that we can resist that desire to give? Do we casually walk by pretending they are not there? One of the greatest sins of Israel was their neglect of the poor. In Psalm 86, it mentions that when the Lord writeth up the people, he will mention that this man was born in Ethiopia. He will also write that we were born here in a land of plenty. Many would like to visit the Holy Land and walk where Jesus walked, but we don't have to go to Nazareth in order to walk in his steps. We shall find his footsteps in Ethiopia beside the sickbed, in the hovels of poverty, in the crowded alleys of the great city, and in every place where there are human hearts in need of consolation. We may not be able to go there personally, but we can send funds to Kind Hearts for the establishment of the work there, and we will be walking in the steps of Jesus.
Please send your tax-deductible love gift to Kind Hearts, P.O. Box 34, College Place, Washington, 99324, or call us at area code 509-527-0151. The number again is 509-527-0151. If you would like to contact us by email, send it to ethiopi@hotmail.com. That's ETHIOPI@hotmail.com.